Hey everybody, Plymouth Ranger here, and I'm back with an update on that model kit that I was working on. I just today in the mail received the parts that I needed. Here's the decals, the LAPD decals. I ordered these parts maybe about a week ago or about a week and a half ago, and thankfully I just today got them in. So hopefully I'll be able to actually put them on. The roof decals I won't be using, but here's the door decals, which I will have to use for sure. And here's the vintage siren speaker. It's molded in plastic resin, and it will have to be painted. I've also got the soup can lights with the additional with the lights themselves, also molded in plastic resin. These will have to be glued on and painted black in order for these to actually work. And as far as the size goes, I'm pretty sure these are the accurate size that I need. The siren speaker, I think, will be just a tad bit bigger as opposed to the size it is now. The problem, however, with these right here is that for more accurate design, I'm going to have to trim some of these. The pegs around the base of these are way too wide, and so I will have to remove those. But hopefully there won't be any problem with that whatsoever. But anyway, the decals are going to be rather problematic. Well, not really a big issue, but the decals are water slide decals, and if you've worked on model kits before, you know how much of a pain that the water slide decals are. And the problem with water slide decals, they stick, but the biggest issue with the water slide decals is that, you've only got one set, and they're very, very easy to tear. And if you don't get every single edge, every single corner down flat, perfect, then in a short period of time it will begin to roll up. I've had some decals do that before, and it was not really a pretty sight. And also the issue. Thankfully, these decals were sold separate, so if I run into any problems with these, I don't really have it. It won't be a big issue because I've got like two sets right here already. I've got like two sets right here on each. So I'll have two sets. One is a backup in case I have any problems, which I hope I don't. But anyway, I've got the parts, so all I have to do is glue them onto the car, onto my Plymouth Belvedere, and then paint these, and then apply the decals. So hopefully it'll be finished soon, and I'll give you an update whenever it's finished. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, I got the first set of decals on. Okay, the second attempt, mind you, took twice to actually get the decals on the way I needed them. Again, not my problem. One has to be very gentle with these as the crap wrinkle. Very easily. There. My apologies for that. Anyway, I got the decals on, and I believe I might have forgot to show the finished. Okay, we got the decals on now. They're not, well, exactly even. I'm pretty sure I can't reposition them with. Anyway, I got the decals on, and I've got the additional features to the car fixed now. I got the B pillar, C pillar, everything. Well, mostly. Now, I'm basically waiting on the parts to dry. The siren speaker, and again, using Testra's model car cement. I'm not going to put letters on the roof. I don't think I need them. And I've got The soup can lights, almost ready to go. I already have them glued. The only thing I really have to do is make sure that whenever I glue them onto the roof of the car, they stay glued. And the red lenses that's supposed to go on these are actually, they're too dome shaped. They need to be a bit more flatter, and I can't trim them because they're so small. So I'm just going to have to improvise and apply like a drop of paint on the end of these soup can lights to be able to actually make them work. But thankfully I use most of the decals. Well, the ones I needed. I've got the license plate decals here, the California license plates. But typically I never actually put license plates on my decals. I never really do. This also has like other numbers that I can also add to the unit, but I don't need to. So these decals are finished. I do not need these anymore, thankfully. And the good news is the guy that I ordered these off of on eBay still has plenty of these left over, so if I have to order more of them, I shouldn't have an issue with that. Hopefully. But I got those. Wrap it. There we go. Okay. Now the decals are taken care of, and it's beginning to look quite a bit like a traditional LAPD Belvedere now. Once I get the soup can lights glued on, it will really look like an LAPD Belvedere. I just have to glue on some of the lights. As far as the antenna goes, I'm not going to add an antenna on the car, nor will I add a spotlight. The kit actually came with a spotlight attachment that I could add onto the driver's side that I could add onto the driver's side A pillar. However, typical Belvederes of that time period, or at least the LAPD version, never used a spotlight. So some late 60s units did use spotlights, but I have no record of showing that the LAPD ever actually equipped spotlights on their Belvederes. So since this is supposed to be a era or period accurate unit, I'm not going to put on a spotlight. But again, as you can see, these additional pieces, the traditional PA system and the soup can lights are like tannish colored right now. I have to paint these. The siren speaker, black or silver. I will have to look up some pictures of actual LAPD units. I know for a fact the soup can lights has to be painted black, which hopefully won't be a problem. Once I get them glued on, painting them won't be an issue. But right now, though, I have to glue on the additional. I have to wait for these to dry, and then I can glue them on. And the problem right now, the soup can lights are going to be a bit problematic because the bases are really tiny, and I don't want to add a bunch of glue on the car to make it like a glue bomb. So the only other option is to position something to the sides of the soup can lights and behind and front and back so that they won't rotate either way. But hopefully, once I get them glued on, I will give you another update with that then, and then I will hopefully get them painted and give you a final update on the final on the final steps of the LAPD Belvedere. See you later. Hey everybody, what's up? Ponyville Ranger here, and I am back with the final update on the LAPD Adam-12 Plymouth 68 Plymouth Belvedere model kit that I have been working on for probably about a month or so now. It is done. It is complete. There's nothing more that I can add to it. It is finally finished. And as you can see, this is the final result of all the work that I've been trying to put into this car, adding as much realism as possible for it, trying to replicate an actual LAPD Belvedere, and trying to put as much accuracy and detail into this car as possible. And the soup can lights actually turned out really good. The siren speaker also turned out really good. And it is complete. There's nothing more that I can add to this car. It is completely done. And it is finally finished. For better detail, as you can see, I try to put as much detail into this car as possible, adding as much as I possibly could to it, to replicate it being an actual LAPD unit. And so I had to order everything for it. As I said in my first video, the car came as is, but it didn't feature, the car came as is, only the car itself in the beginning was an actual, it was actually the car itself started out as a 68 Plymouth Roadrunner, and I was able to build it, I was able to transform it, thankfully, from a 68 Plymouth into a I was able to transform it from a 68 Plymouth Roadrunner into a 68 Plymouth Belvedere LAPD unit. And I have to say, I am very satisfied with this car. It looks positively beautiful, and I am very satisfied with it. So, if you like overall how the build came out with this car, and you actually would like to see me do more kits like this in the future, then let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time with the next video that I do. Until then, take care, and I will see you all next time. Bro Hoof.